Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Sorry for the slight delay. I was having some technical issues getting the wake up call going this morning. So happy to happy I was able to finally get it online. Good morning to Lane. Good morning, Amy Joe. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Lauren. Wonderful people, a wonderful group of folks here today, and thank you so much for joining in on this chilly morning. Indeed, we are here to say some good stuff about us, and it being Friday. Good morning, Wendy. We'll be seeing you here shortly. But it being Friday, we will be also going over the cards for the week and being able to really see what kind of a story that Pepper was telling. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this, we are building into our own lives, switching up our own experiences, and ultimately giving ourselves everything that we need. Good morning, Josiah. Everything we need in order to live an amazing life today. So let's, without further ado, let's get into the cards and say that today I am artistic. I am artistic. My creativity finds genuine expression. So I am artistic. My creativity finds genuine expression. Are you artistic? You are artistic. Your creativity finds genuine expression. I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to do the same thing. As I affirm today, I am artistic. My creativity finds genuine expression. Oh yeah, and I can see where Pepper is going with this card. So okay, when I lived in Central America, I knew a guy named Saul Bolaños. Saul Bolaños was a fairly famous artist in Europe in the 1980s, the mid 70s to the late 80s. And the guy was an absolute genius. He had created a product and a process to develop photographs using only coffee. And so he could basically, and then he could take that coffee photograph and he could put it on literally anything. It was a really neat concept, and I hung around it with him at his museum quite a bit when I was down in Central America, and I was kind of like showing Pepper some examples of his work, and basically there's these there are these large format pieces that he did entirely with coffee. And it wasn't that he brewed coffee and then painted with the coffee or worked with the coffee. It was that he would take a picture or he would expose this paper that he had created to a negative and then just wash it with some coffee, put it into a little tray, pour some coffee on top of it, and a sepia toned, coffee toned photograph would come up out of it. And I remember talking to him about that. I said, "Well, how is it that you discovered this?" And he took me to the back room of his museum, or one of his many back rooms in his museum, and he said, "Do you see all the books in this room?" And I looked, and there were books everywhere. I mean, floor to ceiling, just stacked. He said, "These are my journals and my research notes. I've been at this for a while." And that's why, and that, this is the culmination of 40, 50 years of work. And I remember just having a very profound impact on me. And I actually remember, as I was looking at these, I mean, literally a room completely full of books and papers and research notes, all stuff that he had written, all about coffee. He loves coffee. He loves coffee so much. He's dedicated his life to understanding more about how to understanding more about how to actually work with the caffeic acids in coffee in order to get them to do what he wants them to do, in order to bend this humble cup of coffee to his will as an artist. And it was such a profound experience for me, because I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? One day this guy's not going to be around here anymore, and when that happens, I wonder what's going to happen to all these notes. I wonder what's going to happen to all of this, all of this lifetime of research, this lifetime of of looking into what what a coffee bean is capable of doing. And so oftentimes when I am creating my own projects and when I'm writing down my own stuff, and I've I've certainly accumulated journals and research notes and whatnot in my life from the various things that I've purposed to do. But when sometimes when I look at all that stuff, I think about Saul, and I think about just how obsessed that we have to be sometimes in order for our creativity to find its fullest expression, and just how we really have to desire to do something cool, because it is that desire, it is that artistry that permits us to to really push the envelope and to raise the bar. And so I am artistic, and you are artistic as well. And being artistic is something I feel like a lot of people don't allow themselves to have, because artist is a career choice, and it really is. Artist is a career choice. Many people make their living through art, but a lot more people make their hobby as art. And a lot of people are unwilling to call themselves artistic because they don't know much about visual arts. Pepper has something to say. What's up, Pepper? Come on camera, Pepper. Everybody
Hi,
loves you.
excuse the bedhead. So I chose the artistic card because, well, I'm somewhere back here. Hello from behind the card. So with art, people don't realize just how many things that you do that are art. The person that did this side,
I like what's happening.
Of course you do. The person that did this side, embroidery, that's an art form. The cup of coffee that he's lifting up is an art form, because you take these basic things, you take a plain white robe, you take some red thread, you take some coffee beans, something like that, and you combine them together and you make something different. And that's what art is about, is it's just expressing yourself in whatever medium you have around, whatever medium you have available, whether that's singing, whether it's something physical, photography, cooking, baking, any of these things. If you have made yourself a sandwich at any point in the last week, congratulations, you're an artist.
A sandwich artist.
A sandwich artist. You can go work at Subway if you really want to. But the point is that everybody is an artist and everybody can be an artist. And with that, I'm out. Farewell.
All right, see you later. And she goes back down to her little hole. Back to the hole. But anyways, thank you so much, Pepper, for your perspective and for coming in with that cup of coffee. That's a very, very good cup of coffee, by the way. Pepper makes a kick-ass cup of coffee, as she is a beverage artist for sure. But I love what she has to say. People think of art as being like a visual arts thing of, well, I'm not an artist because I don't know how to draw. But in the end, life itself is art, and the life that we live is our masterpiece. And our goal is to allow our creativity to find that genuine expression, to allow our creativity to really shine, to live up to our own fullest potential. And oh yeah, that cup of coffee. Oh, let me tell you, Anita, if you ever have the opportunity to have Pepper make you a cup of coffee, say yes. I don't even drink coffee. I drink her coffee. Not a lot of it because I get all wired on caffeine. But boy, let me tell you, I love it. But anyways, yeah, the fact is that art is way more than visual art. Art, life itself is art, and we are making art today. We are making art through our life choices, through the things that we focus on, through the things that we put our effort into, through the things that we obsess about and love. This is art, and because it is art, we get to do whatever we want. As the incredibly famous artist Bob Ross had to say, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. So So when I found that when I've done really cool stuff in life, half the time that I look back and I was like, wow, that's neat. It was born of something I didn't really intend to do. I thought I was doing something else, and then it turns out being a completely different thing. So I am artistic, and you are artistic as well, and our creativity finds genuine expression. The more that we can genuinely express ourselves in life, the more successful that we are. Because success is not about what we have or what or what other people call us or say about us. Success is about how much we are enjoying the life that we are living. Because every single one of us has a life that's unique. Every single one of us has a life that nobody else is ever going to live. We have an experience that nobody else is ever going to have. And so let's make that experience amazing. Let's make our lives a masterpiece. As we go into Awesome Saturday, as we go into the weekend, it's more important than ever to really understand that creativity is not about what we can draw. Creativity is about what we can put together, and whatever it is that with the raw material that's around us. And isn't that what we do with life? Don't we put stuff together? Don't we see, hey, we have resources here, we have things here. Let's put these things together and make something beautiful. So I am artistic today. You are artistic as well, and our creativity finds genuine expression. All right, so it being Friday, let's go over the cards for the week and see where Pepper took us and how we got here. So of course we are artistic, and what is something that really helps when we are being artistic, except that if we are experiencing a state of ecstasy, because we affirmed yesterday that we are ecstatic, that our spirit radiates joyous expression. Of course, what is one of the attributes of being ecstatic is that we are energetic, that that our that our vitality inspires rapid action in ourselves and also in others. We are energy bodies as well as physical ones. We express as human here on this plane of understanding, but the fact is that our bodies are animated by an energy that we cannot see, and that the vitality in us is something that is animated by an energy that we cannot see. Yet we know it's there because we experience it every day. Of course, it helps when we are being energetic. It very much helps that we are eager, that we approach tasks with enthusiasm, and that eagerness is something that is born of and that enthusiasm, because as we affirmed on Monday that we are enthusiastic. So we are enthusiastic about living life, and that enthusiasm allows us to be eager about what is to come. That eagerness about what is to come permits us and gives us internal fortitude, which creates an energetic life for us, which of course will lead naturally to an ecstatic life experience. And as we have that ecstatic life experience, we are going to create an artistic vision of who we are, what we are becoming. And of course, all of this stuff culminates in the Awesome Saturday card, which is we are awesome. And so let's recognize our inherent value and worth.
Woo!
You are valuable, you are worthy simply because you are on this side of the ground today. And you have the ability to make your life into a beautiful artistic expression simply because you are here on this side of the ground today. And so let's make sure that we are using today to its absolute fullest, and that we are that we are living in accordance with our highest values, because we are artistic, and our creativity does indeed find genuine expression. All right. I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. if you are here for the Awesome Saturday service. So, on the Awesome Saturday service tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about the real world. I'm going to be talking about the difference between the digital world and the real world, and the dangers of living entirely in a digital world, or the dangers that are present in the digital world, especially nowadays within the age of AI, and how the digital world has the ability to skew the things that we believe. As we get closer and closer to yet another highly contentious election, at least here in the United States, I'm watching people who I know and that I love devolve into like name calling and other just antisocial behaviors on behalf of a political candidate who really doesn't know anything about them or care about them or even fully represent them. And this isn't about the politics of it, but it is about the fact that that these people, after all is said and done, after this election is done here in a couple weeks, these people will still know each other. They will still have to interface with each other, and the things that we say on the internet that we tend to not really, we don't give them the same amount of weight that we would give the things that we say to somebody else's face, and yet the things that we say still carry that weight. They still carry that depth of meaning. And so I'm going to be talking about the way that technology has completely changed the way that we self-organize as a species, and really talk about some solutions as to how we can overcome these new challenges. Because if there's one thing that humanity has done repeatedly, it is overcome the challenges that we create through the technologies that we use that define us, that define our generations, that define our ages. So if you're interested in that, come on out to the Awesome Saturday service. Come get some ass tomorrow, 11 a.m. on Saturday. But otherwise, yeah, I will talk to you on Monday at 9 a.m. We will come up with more and more of these cards. So until then, I love you. I care about you. I think that you're an amazing person, and I am looking forward to hanging out with you again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Or on Monday at 9 a.m. depending on when you can come see me again. So see some other folks came by, so I just want to say good morning again to all of my beautiful friends who are here. Good morning once again, Lane. You were here nice and early. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Amy Jo. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Dan and Lauren, Wendy, Josiah. Wonderful to see all of you guys here today. Let's see here. I know, and some other folks came in. Good morning, Anita. Good morning to Wendy. Good morning to Tony. Good morning to Shauna. Wonderful people. Wonderful wake-up call. Thanks, guys, so much for being here. I will talk to you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Until then, I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha from paradise.